2018 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque. 2018 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque Review. A new, more efficient optional engine boosts the appeal of this fashion-forward SUV. 3.5-star overall score. The 2018 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque is really a subcompact and all-wheel drive premium SUV that packs a choice you won't see in any of its competition, a convertible top. While we're sure most of the people will select the more traditional four-door variant as well as its fixed roof, the provision of a two-door convertible speaks towards the Evoque's fashionable intentions. The focus on style results in a few sacrifices in traditional SUV traits. Its storage area and visibility fall for the smaller side with the Spectrum, as well as interior is much more difficult to climb in and beyond, doubly true to the convertible. Still, the Evoque remains a Land Rover, and it also comes with all the brand's off-road tech, including a low-speed cruise control. It isn't design alone which makes the Evoque an original offering. Though it's the size of the subcompact, the Evoque's price falls better than of any bigger luxury SUV, so direct comparisons are tricky. But if you discover the look and feel appealing, comparisons from the Evoque will never be necessary. What's new? For 2018, the Evoque's biggest updates happen within the hood. The new base engine is slightly less powerful than last year's model, though the Evoque now offers a higher output, 286 horsepower version as a choice on some trim levels. The two-door coupe may be discontinued, the convertible remains. For starters, you must choose between creating a retractable roof or hardtop. Opting for that convertible incorporates many downsides, acquiring it and out, reduced storage and visibility, but makes for a distinctive driving experience. We think most pers are going to be happier while using four-door fixed-roof variant. Also, you need the better optional engine since last year's base engine left us wanting more oomph. These choices land you within the well-equipped HSE Dynamic, including many features you will want, for instance navigation, premium audio and heated front seats. Trim levels and features. For the four-door Evoque, the Capes incorporates a decent list of features, for example navigation, a backup camera and proximity sensors, whilst the SE Premium adds more flair inside the form of xenon headlights as well as a panoramic roof. The Landmark Edition uses the first sort trim to be a base and adds several visual upgrades. The mid-grade HSE gains more standard features, from heated seats to blind spot monitoring, even though the HSE Dynamic upgrade adds aggressive bodywork. The range-topping autobiography comes set with style and comfort features, including massaging front seats. The convertible will come in two trims, SE Dynamic and HSE Dynamic, that match the four-doors similarly named trims. The base SE incorporates a 2.0-litre turbocharged inline four-cylinder, 237 horsepower, 251 pounds-feet of torque, plus a 9-speed automatic. Standard exterior equipment includes 5-spoke 18-inch wheels, a heated rear windshield, halogen headlights, LED taillights, rain-sensing windshield wipers, and heated power side mirrors. Inside you will discover 12-way power-adjusting leather seats, a 60/40 split rear seat, an auto-dimming rearview mirror, and dual-zone climate control. You also get technology features such as one 8-inch touchscreen with navigation, an 80-watt stereo with 8 speakers, front and back parking sensors, keyless entry, as well as a rear-view camera with trailer hitch guidance. The SE boasts Land Rover's suite of off-road technology features, including hill descent control, all-terrain progress control, which acts such as a low-speed cruise control, as well as the terrain response system, which adjusts the way the vehicle behaves for preset settings, gravel, snow, and mud and ruts. One example is. One step up is the SE Premium, which adds 7-spoke 18-inch wheels, xenon headlights with LED accents, a panoramic sunroof, hands-free tailgate access, and memory settings with the front seat. Think in the Landmark Edition to be a variant with the SE Premium that prioritizes style. It is included with 7-spoke 19-inch wheels and a lot more aggressive exterior design from costlier trim levels, and also a different type of interior layout. You can inform an HSE apart by its 10-spoke 19-inch wheels as well as other subtle differences in its exterior trimmings. The interior gets to be a higher grade of leather, heated front seats, configurable mood lighting, a better stereo, 380 watts, 11 speakers, and blind spot monitoring. The HSE Dynamic incorporates aggressive bodywork and 7-spoke 19-inch wheels. Interior changes will include a perforated leather leader and illuminated door sills. The top-of-the-line autobiography rolls on 20-inch wheels and boasts adaptive LED headlights and also a heated windshield. The 14-way power-adjusting front seats feature massage, heating and ventilation functions. There are other perks as being a heated rear seat, heated controls, illuminated door sills, and another stereo upgrade, 825 watts, 17 speakers. The autobiography also boasts automatic parking, parallel and perpendicular, a surround view camera, lane keeping assist, and collision mitigation. A high-output variant from the 2.0-litre turbocharged inline-4 is obtainable only within the 4-door HSE Dynamic and autobiography. Models designed with this engine obtain a different, more aggressive front bumper. The convertible's two trim levels mirror those in the 4 doors with some exceptions. The SE Dynamic is essentially the same as the 4-door SE. Differences include 7-spoke 18-inch wheels, 12-way power-adjusting front seats with memory function, a wind deflector, plus a 10.2-inch touchscreen while using 11-speaker head unit. The HSE Dynamic matches the upgrades designed for the 4-door HSE Dynamic with negligible differences. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions that happen to be fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review use our full test in the 2017 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque convertible, turbo 2.0 litres inline-4, 9-speed automatic, AWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the actual Range Rover Evoque has gotten some revisions, including a new, less powerful base engine and a more efficient optional engine. Our findings remain broadly applicable for this year's Range Rover Evoque. 5. Driving. The Evoque convertible offers some off-roading capability, but typical buyers will not be seeking against each other for off-path exploration. Instead, this SUV delivers an exclusive combination of sporty handling dynamics, a commanding road view and top-down freedom. Braking. In casual driving, the brakes deliver good response plus a light effort pedal. Under hard panic braking, there is a fair quantity of nosedive plus the front tires squirm around a little bit, bringing about some inconsistent numbers. Even so, the Evoque managed a decent stop of 111 feet from 60 miles per hour, steering. The steering is weighted nicely, providing a good quantity of assist for casual driving yet not so much it feels overly artificial or understanding of input. There is also a surprisingly decent quantity of steering feel on the front tires, over any convertible SUV would require anyway. Handling. When you are looking for twisty roads, the Evoque acquits itself superior to expected. Despite deficiencies in ultimate grip in the tires, it turns and rotates well together with the help of torque vectoring through brakes and drives well away from tight corners on account of its all-wheel drive. Surprisingly nimble and fun. Drivability. The 9-speed is occasionally lurchy and indecisive when shifting naturally, but it is responsive and quick shifting in manual mode utilizing the paddles. But once in manual mode, it does not downshift in the event you floor it or default to automatic shifting when coming with a stop similar to transmissions. Off-road. The Evoque convertible is less capable than a lot of Land Rover models but includes a decent variety of off-road tools. Its terrain response system provides different drive modes for road, mud, sand, snow, all-wheel drive is standard, and hill descent control takes the guesswork from steep grades. Comfort. Like many convertibles, you sacrifice some top-up sound insulation for drop-top fun, along with the Evoque isn't any different. The convertible top blocks out wind noise exceptionally well. Then there is surprisingly good road comfort available, however the squeaks apparently find their way in on bumpier roads. Seat comfort. The front seats are cushy and gives a good number of support and adjustability, and are also even suited to more spirited driving. Perforated leather seats provide adequate breathability, even without powered ventilation. The rear seats are less ideal as a result of space and, oddly, lack outboard armrests. Ride comfort. The Evoque offers decent ride comfort, even over fairly rough roads. That's impressive considering how well it handles in corners. It's a tricky balance to achieve, especially since its suspension is neither adjustable nor adaptive. Noise and vibration. On bumpier roads, squeaks between door jambs and around the convertible roof seals reveal themselves. This is expected and forgivable to some degree in convertibles, and may be drowned out with the stereo. There is also some road noise that creeps into your cabin, but wind noise is nicely attenuated. Climate control. The climate features, in the heated seats and heated tie to the AC, all function better and provide nice temperature modulation. The controls are clearly outlined with dual dials for temperature adjustment and buttons for vent control and defrost functions. Interior. The compact Evoque has more interior space to provide than what appears. Its touchscreen infotainment, while convenient to use, has a bit of any stretch to succeed in controls nearer to the passenger side. And for people who find themselves less limber, getting into and out requires an above-average effort, especially for that back seat. Ease people. Remote rotary dials and touchpads are getting to be the preferred interface of navigating an infotainment system, though the Evoque's touchscreen menu is actually easy and intuitive to work with. The location from the touchscreen inside the dash can call for a bit of the stretch on occasion, nonetheless it isn't a deal breaker. Getting into, getting out. The step-over height is often a little high plus the roofline just a little low. That's you maneuvering being a boxer climbing through ring ropes, though to some lesser degree. Squeezing into your back seat is a lot like getting into your third row of a large SUV because from the convertible's two-door design. Driving position. The tire has ample tilt and telescoping adjustability, and also the 12-way driver's seat comes with a wide range of adjustability to simply find a comfortable position. It's possible taller drivers could find the upper windshield frame a hair low for visual comfort. Roominess. There's a good level of space in advance in all dimensions to accommodate occupants of numerous sizes. Rear headroom is surprisingly good in spite of the sloping roof line, and rear knee is livable for average-size passengers but will not be optimal for people trips measured in hours. Visibility. Rear visibility is hampered because of the rear headrests as well as the roof's wide rear section panels. With the top down, visibility improves tenfold, and also the multitude of cameras and blind spot monitoring, both optional, help out with parking and lane change situations. A rear view camera is standard. Utility. The Evoque convertible can be a sports utility vehicle, but only in name. It does the sport thing virtually, but utility is really a joke. The trunk is much more a rear cubby, rather than a very accessible to one during that. Small item storage from the cabin is scant. Small item storage. Small item storage is often a bit scarce, limited to some modest armrest bin and narrow door pockets. There are several cup holders for that driver and front passenger, along with a small bin concealed behind the very center console, which is not really that useful. Cargo space. The rear trunk in the convertible is laughable. It's a deep cubby having a capacity of 8.8 cubic feet that really needs you bent with an awkward level to load and unload items. This could cause some ergonomics strain for people with back issues. Child safety seat accommodation. Latch anchors may be located and accessed under plastic flip covers. but maneuvering a motor vehicle seat into and out on the back seat is much more difficult inside two-door convertible versus the four-door hardtop. Technology. There are lots of driving aids, many of which are optional and ones if you want to drive while using top up a good amount. The 360-degree cameras and blind spot systems helps you to save a lot of headache. We experienced some issues using the touchscreen, voice controls and speak-to integration. Audio and navigation. The Evoque's optional Meridian audio system delivers some amazingly rich sound with multiple modes tailored for the type of music or audio you're paying attention to. Although the touchscreen is not difficult to navigate, from time to time the system was non-responsive to touch commands. Smartphone integration. Bluetooth pairing worked the way it should, but on occasion the system wouldn't recognize our smartphone when connecting over the USB cable. We had to disconnect and reconnect to solve the issue. Driver aids. Active cruise control works decently in bringing you with a complete stop but is not the most effective at managing traffic gaps. Lane keeping assist applies mild steering corrections but is ineffective on curved roads. Forward collision warning isn't adjustable but provides just the right level of warning. Voice control. There's a voice control button, but it really doesn't initiate voice control functions. It only mutes the audio.